So what's the latest on Noble's migration to become a partner chain or consumer chain to the Cosmos Hub?
Yeah, I mean, it's still very much part of our roadmap. So like right now, I guess just to reiterate, we have about 20 validators validating the Noble chain. So you can see kind of our list of validators and kind of those partners on MintScan. But right now it is a proof of authority chain, right? So we are still planning to transition to interchain security via the Cosmos Hub, but we're just waiting to have Neutron go first, and then Stride, and then we'd probably be third. So depending on how long that takes, you know, what we're going to kind of incorporate it into our roadmap kind of accordingly. Another thing is I am hiring and recruiting for a director of engineering that will lead a lot of that effort to make sure that like the process goes smoothly. And so making sure that person is onboarded before we start the process is also very important to me. Obviously, Strangelove is the team and the main engineering partner to Noble right now. But we are also looking to kind of build out a team kind of independent of that. So yeah, I mean, it's honestly just logistical. Again, it is very much part of our roadmap. I don't know if I had to guess. I mean, I think definitely before Cosmoverse, if that's like early October. So if I had to guess, it would be before then. But again,
sounds bullish. Honestly, I feel like,
yeah,
I mean, last year we had this
Cosmoverse. I'm excited for Cosmoverse. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of like big announcements and like, you know, like last year was like so good and you killed it. But I think it'll be like even better. No pressure.
No, I think like last year was testnet and this year is mainnet. And I also feel like last year was probably from, you know, I joined Cosmos in 2021, but from what I've been told, like Cosmos never had a place where announcements were made.
Yeah.
I feel like Cosmos is evolving into that place. And we're like working already full speed on Cosmos. Like we're talking to a lot of teams. We should also get on a call very soon on that. But we get interest from big chains in Cosmos, but also outside. We'll coordinate also a lot of stuff, launches around that time that are happening. So I'm very, very excited. But yeah, it's still a lot of time.
So if last year was testnet, this year's mainnet, what was Lisbon? Because remember, I didn't go to Lisbon because I got COVID.
This was testnet. Last year was incentivized testnet. Now it's mainnet.
Okay. I love it. Makes
sense. Just IDK is asking, Noble can't be staked. What's the purpose of the token? Maybe we can address that.
Yeah, so definitely. So yeah, Noble does not have a native staking token because we're looking to leverage Atom for economic security. And so the validators will be staking Atom and as a result, securing the Noble chain. The token maybe that you're referring to is the Friends token. So this is the just a fun kind of marketing campaign that we did, very much inspired by Unisocks and the Uniswap launch. So the Friends token is not native staking token. It has no economic security, has no actual economic value. It's simply a token that can be redeemed for a physical item. That physical item is a friendship bracelet. So you can still sort of trade for a friendship bracelet or for a friends token on various exchanges in Cosmos. We're also still distributing these friends tokens to sort of the community. We also did an airdrop about a month ago. So yeah, again, this like friends token has like no utility when it comes to staking or economic security or anything like this. It's just like a fun kind of campaign that I
redeemed mine, by the way. Is that on the way?
Yeah, so we're gonna be shipping them probably starting next week. So yes, it will come soon. I'm excited to have you, for you to have that. That's awesome. I want to. If I knew I was doing this, I would have had my bracelet ready. But they're pretty nice. They're you know.
Yeah, I saw you shared the pictures. Looks really cool.
Yeah.
Okay. No, sounds good. I don't know if you have a couple more minutes and want to talk about some of the other things. Like, I think like what people maybe don't understand is like Noble is not a USDC chain, right? It's a native asset issuance chain. So maybe talk a little bit about like the long-term broader vision and like what other type of assets you're looking at.
Yeah, for sure. Also, sorry, there's a good question here by Lovo. Staking Atom, do you get Noble as rewards? Just let me just quickly respond to that. So when Noble goes live as a consumer chain, rewards will actually be paid out to Atom delegators and also the validators based on kind of transaction revenue from the native assets that Noble issues. In this case, USDC, and then in the future, we hope to onboard other native assets. So, like speaking of kind of the longer term plans, but just I guess to be more concrete about this, when Noble launches as a consumer chain of the Cosmos Hub. Again, obviously, the validators and delegators are staking Atom as like the security kind of layer, and then rewards will be based on transaction volume of USDC that both Noble sort of issues, and then also any kind of USDC that Noble routes to other kind of chains in the ecosystem. So the TLDR is that rewards will be paid out in the native assets that Noble issues, starting with USDC.
And does Noble have its own treasury also, or?
No. So I mean, Noble doesn't have a token. We are actually in the middle of closing our seed round, so I'll have information to share on that relatively soon. But because we don't have a native token, we don't like really have a treasury to kind of manage.
I mean, like, because I think the fees that accrue, like, would that mean that 100% of these fees go to the Atom community, or does
no?
partnership?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, there will be a revenue share, just like there is with Stride and the Hub and Neutron and the Hub. It'll be a similar path for Noble and the Hub. So from that perspective, yeah, I mean, there will be sort of on-chain revenue that's generated. And from that perspective, I guess you could think of that as a treasury. I mean, what we want to do with that is still very much TBD, but like the ultimate objective is to like keep growing kind of our capacity to bring on more other asset issuers, to bring on more partners to Cosmos, et cetera. Like the kind of tagline right now for Noble is like supercharging Cosmos, like one asset at a time. Like I think in Cosmos, we have this like very interesting dilemma where there's a lot of like organic activity and like really interesting like products and like things being developed, but like not a lot of liquidity, and it's just a very big it's a very big like contradiction that like you would not consider in like other ecosystems where there's like a lot of liquidity but like no demand, like in Solana. I think like that's a perfect example. There was a lot of like institutional kind of investment and kind of interest, and like the Sol token obviously was quite strong, but I think from like a organic kind of activity and demand perspective, it's not as robust as I think in Cosmos. And so that's what we're trying to like bring. Like there's all of this existing kind of demand and interest, but not a lot of liquidity. So yeah.